I had an Aunt Pete. Her actual name was Margaret Howison, and she was not a real aunt. She was a friend of my mother's. I don't know why, but as a young woman, she was called Pete, and so when myself and my brothers were born, we were introduced to Aunt Pete. Here in Benton, the town history tells us there was another, an older Aunt Pete, although this woman was called by the more formal Peter. And this Aunt Peter had a sister-in-law that everybody called Aunt Daniel. Aunt Peter was the midwife for Benton and for the towns around Benton. She was skilled as a practitioner. During the mid-1800s, she delivered practically every baby in the region here. The women came by their names because, well, you guessed it, of their husbands, Peter Howe and Daniel Howe. They were the sons of a Revolutionary War veteran, Peter Howe the first. Each one of the men had a profitable farm. Both were members of the Methodist Church and God-fearing men, and the locals called them Uncle Daniel and Uncle Peter, and so the locals took to calling their wives Aunt Peter and Aunt Daniel. Aunt Daniel was the best cook in the region. She was very modest about her skill once the minister came to supper, and Aunt Daniel had prepared a feast for him. But she started by saying to the Reverend that she was sorry, but she really didn't have anything fit to eat that evening. And of course, then she would go out and produce the finest meal the minister ever would eat, and he would praise her not only for her cooking, but for her modesty. But the minister took it literally, and on being told that there wasn't anything fit to eat, he said, "Well, just bring me a bowl of bread and milk." "No, no," Aunt Daniel said. "I insist," the minister replied. That's what he ate. So the minister's meal was eaten the next night by the family with relish. No, I don't mean that kind of relish.
Up next, your hometown